Hi guys, and welcome to my new format, Hard to Swallow Pills. A format made by this and this only video. You need to understand what you are copying. Yes, you. Not just your friend who doesn't know how the game works. If you copy a speedrunner build and you think that build will be the best, meta, or whatever for you just because they are faster, you couldn't be further from the truth. You can copy and be as good as the speedrunner, and that's perfect. But if you copy a build and you don't have that exact perfect playstyle, and you don't finish the quest in the same time as the speedrunner, you are literally going slower than with a normal build. Take this as an example. A speedrunner uses latent power 5 with a piping hot meal. You decide to use latent power 5 but without activating heroics, because you don't feel like you will be able to speedrun the monster, but you still want to use the best build. The speedrunner will activate latent power at the start of the quest with bombs and mantle after spawning, or by getting a specific scripted hit at the start, activating both latent power and heroics. This will probably be active for most of the hunt, or even the entire fight. Of course, this depends on the monster. You, instead, will not activate latent power at the start because you don't want to activate heroics, and this alone is a big mistake. If we add that your playstyle is not perfect and that you don't finish the fight quickly, it can happen that you will start the quest without latent power for 2 minutes, then activate it for 2 minutes, and when it ends, you will have another cooldown of 2 minutes. Yes, of course, you can activate it by getting hit. And if you do that, I'm happy. But do you understand that you're using a build based on a speedrun that works only because they can get the most out of it before the cooldown comes again? The math only works when the run is perfect. If you don't finish that quest in those 3 minutes, it's possible that the best build for your playstyle is completely different. Probably something with weakness exploit or agitator works better. It all depends on how you play and how fast you are. Now I will make another example to clarify. Cirque's speedrunner sets a world record and can finish the quest in 3 minutes. A flawless run. You and your friend want to copy the build because it's the best. You are a very good player. You almost never get hit. You know what you're doing, but you're not good enough to be a speedrunner, or you just don't care, and you usually finish that quest in 5 minutes. Your friend is not a good player. He gets hit a lot, barely knows the monster move set, and usually finishes the quest in 10 minutes. Now, if you both copy this speedrunner build with latent power, you might think that you, the better player, can get the most out of it because you come closer to the speedrunner's time, right?
Absolutely
wrong.
Your friend will get hit a lot, will activate latent power many times, and will probably have an uptime of 70 or even 80%, while you will get an uptime of max 50%. The build depends on your playstyle, not just how good you are. But Hydra, this applies only to latent power builds. Absolutely, you know, viscous black liquid obtained from the dry distillation of organic materials, also known as bitumen. You are copying a build that has ambush, but you finish the quest in 5 minutes and get hit, so counterstrike is better. You are copying a build that has weakness exploit, but you don't hit weak spots, so why not use agitator at this point? You are copying a build with fulgur anginath and max might, but you can't keep it active all the time? Change weapon. I'm joking, guys. Come on. You know I love you all. And again, this applies to other skills like resentment or adrenaline rush. Just stop copying and start working on a build that works for you, not for the best player in the game, because you are not the best player in the game. The best players or speedrunners work on the build that perfectly suits the monster, how and when to activate the skills, and most importantly, the skill activations are literally calculated in time and the runs are perfect. Not just, yeah, I will use this because it's meta. Oh wait, I don't mean that meta doesn't exist. Speedrunner builds are absolutely meta. But again, only if your fight is scripted and you are a perfect player every hunt. And little spoiler, even speedrunners are not perfect every hunt. With this video, I'm not saying that you can't take inspiration from speedrunner builds. I just want to tell you that using the absolute fastest build doesn't necessarily mean it will be the fastest for how you play. Let me know your thoughts about this argument, because I'm very curious about what the community thinks. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.